The 6th Panzer Division, English, 6th Tank Division, was an armoured division in the German army. The Heer, during World War II, established in 1939. The division, initially formed as a light brigade, participated in the invasions of Poland, Belgium, France and the Soviet Union. From 1941 to 1945 it fought on the Eastern Front, interrupted only by periods of refitting spent in France and Germany. It eventually surrendered to U.S. forces in Czechoslovakia in May 1945 but was handed over to Soviet authorities. History. The 1st Light Brigade was a mechanized unit established in October 1937 in imitation of the French Division Légère Mécanique. It was intended to take on the roles of army-level reconnaissance and security that had traditionally been the responsibility of cavalry. It included mechanized recon units, motorized infantry, and a battalion of tanks. The concept of the Light Brigade, of which 3 were planned by the Wehrmacht, quickly showed its flawed nature and was abandoned. In April 1938 the brigade was enlarged to become the 1st Light Division, receiving the 11th Tank Regiment as an attachment for its participation in the occupation of the Sudetenland in October 1938 and the subsequent dismantling of Czechoslovakia in March 1939. Following the latter, the division received 130 Czech-built tanks which were superior to the Panzer I and Panzer II the division had been equipped with. In 1939, the division fought in the invasion of Poland. Due to shortcomings that the campaign revealed in the organization of the light divisions, it was reorganized as the 6th Panzer Division in October 1939. As were the other 3 light divisions which became the 7th, 8th and 9th Panzer Divisions. As the 6th Panzer Division, it participated in the 1940 Battle of France, still equipped with the Czech-built tanks which proved efficient but difficult to maintain because the maintenance manuals were in Czech rather than German. The division was part of the German advance to the English Channel through Belgium. It then swung back towards the French-Swiss border before relocating to Eastern Prussia in September 1940 where it remained until June 1941. At the time of the German invasion of the Soviet Union the division had 239 tanks, but only 12 of those were Panzer III, which were still inferior to the Soviet main battle tanks at the time. In June 1941, it joined Operation Barbarossa, fighting at first under Army Group North for Leningrad. At the Battle of Raseiniari 2 of its Kampfgrupps consisted of, which were Kampfgruppe von Seckendorf consisting of the 114th Motorized Infantry Regiment, Panzer Reconnaissance Battalion 57, 1 company of Panzerjäger Battalion 41 and Motorcycle Battalion 6. Morning. Kampfgruppe Raus consisted of Panzer Regiment 11, 1 battalion of the 4th Motorized Infantry Regiment, the 1st and 3rd Battalions of the 76th Artillery Regiment, 1 company of Panzer Engineer Battalion 57, 1 company from Panzerjäger Battalion 41, 1 battery of the 2nd Battalion Flak Regiment 411 and Motorcycle Battalion 6. Afternoon. On the 23rd of June, Kampfgruppe von Seckendorf of the division, with, for that morning only, Motorcycle Battalion 6, was overrun by Gen. Yegor Solyankin's 2nd Tank Division from the 3rd Mechanized Corps near Skardvile. The German Panzer 35 T tanks and anti-tank weapons were ineffective against the Soviet heavy tanks. Some of them were out of ammunition but closed in and destroyed German anti-tank guns by driving over them. The Germans concentrated on immobilizing the Soviet tanks by firing at their tracks and then by tackling them with artillery, anti-aircraft guns, or by blowing them up with explosive charges of the sticky bomb type. 6th Panzer Division was soon transferred to Army Group Center, where it fought in the Battle of Moscow and the Rzhev Vyazma salient. With the Soviet counter-offensive in December 1941, the division was pushed back and suffered the loss of all its tanks and most of its vehicles. Severely decimated, the 6th Panzer Division was sent to France to be rebuilt in March 1942 and equipped with more modern tanks. It was moved to southern France after the U.S. landing in North Africa, but soon after relocated to the southern sector of the Eastern Front after the German Sixth Army had been entrapped at Stalingrad. It was part of the failed German attempt to break through to the encircled forces, but then had to retreat to escape encirclement itself. The division was part of the German retreat and counter-offensive at Kharkov and the failed attempt to regain initiative in the Battle of Kursk. The 6th Panzer Division was part of the only partially successful relief operation at the Korsun-Cherkasy pocket, as well as the escape from the Kamenets-Podolsky pocket. After the retreat through the Ukraine, the division was sent to Germany for reorganization, but hastily returned to the Eastern Front in July. After the destruction of the Army Group Center in the Soviet Operation Bagration, it was a part of the German defense of northern Poland and East Prussia before being relocated to Hungary in December 1944. It took part in the battles around Budapest before retreating into Austria and taking part in the defense of Vienna. When the city fell, it moved into Czechoslovakia, where it surrendered to U.S. Third Army in May 1945, but was handed over to Soviet forces. War crimes. Soldier of the division executed an unknown number of black prisoners of war from the 12th Senegalese Tirailleurs Regiment in mid-June 1940. It is estimated that, of the 40,000 black soldiers from the French colonies engaged in combat with German forces during the Battle of France, 1,500 to 3,000 were executed either during or after combat. Commanders. The commanders of the division: General Lieutenant Erich Herpner, the 10th of November 1938 to the 23rd of November 1938. General Major Friedrich Wilhelm von Loper, the 24th of November 1938 to the 12th of October 1939. General der Panzertruppe Werner Kempf, the 18th of October 1939 to the 6th of January 1941. General Lieutenant Franz Landgraf, the 6th of January 1941 to June 1941. General der Panzertruppe Wilhelm Ritter von Thoma, June 1941 to the 15th of September 1941. General Lieutenant Franz Landgraf, the 15th of September 1941 to the 1st of April 1942. General Oberst Erhard Raus, the 1st of April 1942 to the 7th of February 1943. General Lieutenant Walter von Hunnersdorf, the 7th of February 1943 to the 16th of July 1943. General Major Wilhelm Chryssoli, the 16th of July 1943 to the 21st of August 1943. General Lieutenant Rudolf Fryer von Waldenfels, the 21st of August 1943 to the 8th of February 1944. General Lieutenant Werner Marx, the 8th of February 1944 to the 21st of February 1944. General Lieutenant Rudolf Fryer von Waldenfels, the 21st of February to the 13th of March 1944. General Lieutenant Walter Denkert V, the 13th of March 1944 to the 28th of March 1944. General Lieutenant Rudolf Fryer von Waldenfels, the 28th of March 1944 to the 23rd of November 1944. Oberst Friedrich Wilhelm Jürgens, the 23rd of November 1944 to the 20th of January 1945. Generalleutnant Rudolf Freiherr von Waldenfels, the 20th of January 1945 to the 8th of May 1945. Organization. The organization of the division. See also Organization of SS Panzer Division. Panzer Division. Bibliography. Mitchum, Samuel W. 2000. The Panzer Legions. Mechanicsburg. Stackpole Books. ISBN 978-0-8117-3353-3. Stoves. Rolf. 1986. Die Gepanzerten und motorisierten deutschen Grossverband 1935–1945. The Armoured and Motorized German Divisions and Brigades 1935–45. Bad Nauheim. Podzun Palace Verlag. ISBN 3-7909-0279-9.